What's up everybody, Patrick from wpbuilderhelper, and in today's video we are finally going to dive into bricks. There's been a lot of people covering bricks. I did a quick capture of it and it wasn't too deep, it didn't really go into it. There's been a bunch of other YouTubers who have kind of gone into it, but today I'm doing something a little different. I'm diving into numbers. We're going to start looking at the numbers. We're going to find out how fast is bricks, how does it compare to oxygen, what things do I like about bricks? How do I feel about it? All of those things. We're going to deep dive into it in this video. And at the very end, I'm going to give you my overall impressions of what I think with bricks and if you should buy it today or not. All right, so let's get started. Alright everybody, so here we are, we're inside of Bricks, or looking at the Bricks homepage, and they made kind of an interesting accusation where basically they were pretty fast. They'd showed here that so fast your visitors in Google will love you. Well, when I first came out with the comparison and started looking at what Bricks was doing, there was a lot of negative feedback going on about Bricks. Well, guess what? I did a real life example. You guys have been asking for it. Normally, most YouTubers bury this stuff at the end, but I just couldn't do that. I had to take and actually physically see if this page builder was actually the fastest page builder that's on the market currently. And so what we did was we went in and we created a page. As you can see here, we have a page, and it's a simple page. It's very, very easy. It's got a heading, it's got a picture, and it's got a button. Whether this looks like a button or not, it is actually a button. So we added these things, and then we went in and we ran the test. We ran the test for GT metrics, and we ran the test for page speed insights. So if you're interested in trying to run these tests, you could obviously do it yourself. But I'm pretty sure many of you already know about these tests, so it won't matter. Anyway, so if you remember back in the day, I had actually done an ultimate page builder test, and I basically recorded the data, and I went in and I was looking using Cadence as a base, and then basing that on each and every page builder. And everyone seemed to really like this test. It was really, really useful. And sorry I'm scrolling so fast, but you'll find this information. I'll link it. I'll link both the video and the test down below, and I'll also link the video at the top. So if you want to see it, you'll be able to see it and see what's going on with it. So anyway, in this test, you'll see we have two sets of numbers. There's these set of numbers here, and there's these set of numbers. So the first set of numbers is the desktop, mobile, and score, which is it's page speed insights. So if you run page speed insights, you'll get these set of numbers. These set of numbers is from GT metrics, which is the rating, the LCP, the rating again, and the blocking time. So it's different sets of numbers for each and every one. So if we're looking at these, you can see very quickly that these numbers right here are indicating, that page builders kind of have an issue. At least this is what I found out from doing my testing. Page builders in general do not fare well in this category. They don't fare well in mobile, not the blocking, but the mobile. Their mobile rating in usually this category is very, very slow. And so if we look at the base of how long it takes Cadence, just the base of Cadence, nothing in Cadence, just the base, just basically straight Gutenberg in Cadence, you can see it took about 2.1 seconds to load using the page speed insights, and it got a mobile rating of 97, which I think is pretty good. It also got a mobile score of 98 and 99. Now, as everybody knows, it also got a desktop score of 0.8 seconds. Now, as everyone knows, these scores, at least the actual scores themselves, are vanity metrics. They're basically metrics which don't matter. Percentages don't matter. Desktop scores don't matter. What really matters is the load time. So anyway, what really surprised me was I ran the test for bricks, and I gotta tell you, these were the scores they got. And right off the top, it immediately killed the cadence theme. I mean, it did have this one test that was like 2.1 seconds, which puts it about equal to cadence up here. But in all reality, this killed. Let me do this. Let me bring this. Let me just copy this information just so you could see it. I'm going to copy it, and then I'm going to go here and I'm going to paste it right next to it just so you could see what it looks like. So once again, this is just the base. Now, these all above it are Gutenberg block builders. So this was with cadence blocks. And you can see they add a little bit of mobile blocking whenever, I mean, not mobile blocking, they add some time to the cadence base when you're looking at just this, right? So if we're looking at just this one base, just the mobile, you see very quickly, this is a fast page builder. It's much faster than I expected. And as a matter of fact, I'm eating my words now because I thought that when it came out, it was just another Me Too clone. And this has got speeds that are somehow faster than even Live Canvas, which, as you remember, was even faster than Oxygen on mobile. And once again, this test, all it is a heading, a picture, and a button. That's all it is. There's nothing else that's included in this test. So I don't know how they're achieving speeds this fast. I don't know what they did to customize bricks, but Thomas, the creator, has obviously done a very good job, and it's very, very good. It even scores on GT. You'll notice the percentage down here. It was getting millisecond times for the page. Now, I'm guessing that part of the reason behind this is because it's not loading a theme. Bricks doesn't use a theme. It uses its own custom theme. So it's like a theme builder and page builder in one. Similar to the way that Divi is with how Divi works. So it's no different than Divi in how Divi's got its page builder built into its theme. Although it does have a secondary page builder that you could use with any theme, Bricks is just going all out for all and nothing. And in all honesty, I think it's helped them a lot. Because in this case, this page is lean. I mean, it is as lean as it gets. These right above it are some of the more, I would say, some of the more impressive Gutenberg page builders. Look at this. 4 seconds, 5 seconds, 5 seconds. 7 for stackable, 6 for stackable. It loads 2.2 seconds on mobile, 1.1, 1.4, 1.5, 1.8 for this. This is still, I mean, what? How is it loading? I don't understand how it's loading this fast. I don't get it. But Bricks right now definitely takes the title. Normally, I would take and bury this to the end. Bricks is fast. I mean, it is really, really fast. And I know that a lot of you wanted to see this and you wanted to know how it compared to something like Oxygen. Well, let's look at it and let's compare it to Oxygen, because a lot of people right now are looking at Oxygen and saying, you know, do I need to switch to this builder? And I don't know. I mean, that's a case-by-case scenario. And let's do this just so we can have some separation here. We'll insert just a top bar just so you could see it. So compared to Oxygen, Oxygen was scoring 98, 98. Now, once again, same setup, a heading, a picture, an optimized picture, and a button. That's all it has. Oxygen was scoring 98, which, you know, once again, doesn't matter, but it's scoring 8 seconds higher. I mean, 4 seconds higher than what this is scoring. It also has a much slower mobile, I've noticed. The mobile, and that's pretty par for course for page builders. For the most part, they are slow on mobile. It seems to be the one place that almost all of these, even Gutenberg, at some respects, are slow. But if we look at Divi, Divi's like 4 seconds. Live Canvas did very well. Beaver Builder did okay. They weren't too bad. Elementor's pretty slow. Thrive Architect, really slow. Brizzy, not so good on mobile. I mean, it's just one of those things. You take and you look at these, and the developers don't want to admit to it, but this page builder's killing it speed-wise. So good for them. Good for the Bricks guys. They obviously know how to put something together because this is very, very fast. I'm curious to see how it goes in the future because it is a brand new page builder. But let's go from here and dive into an actual page building session, and I'll show you what I like and what I don't like about it. All right, so here we are in front of the Bricks page builder, and we're just looking at the basics of what's going on with this. And, if I take you to a page, all it's got is a hello world post, and that's it because it's basically loading up the default stuff. So Bricks, unlike other page builders, is actually built using a theme rather than a plugin. So if you're brand new to page builders, you might be interested in taking and going to go look at the plugin section because you're going to be thinking that it's there, but it's not. It's actually a theme. And some other YouTubers have covered the differences, so I'm not going to go into the deep details of how it works. As a matter of fact, there's another YouTuber who did a very good job. His name's Stratos, and he did a very good job going over the details of, all of the different things that Bricks has in it. So in this section, we're just going to take and we're just going to build a page with it. I'm going to take and I'm going to look at it. I'm not going to build a header or footer. I want to go over the main differences and the main things I both like and dislike about this page builder. And there are a couple things, but stay with me until the end and then you'll see what I finally think of this page builder. So starting off first, it's got a very Elementor-esque setup. It actually, for being a version 0.1, has a number of different options for you to use. As a matter of fact, I think he said it's like 50. It's very impressive starting off to have this many options. There is just literally everything. I'm sorry, once again, I'm scrolling so fast. That's my fault. But there's literally everything. So right off the bat is one of my favorite features. And I do not know if this is actually in other page builders, but I love it. You can go into something that you're using, like let's say you're designing something for a client and the client uses a bunch of dividers. You can pin that divider, and now that divider is pinned to the top. As a matter of fact, before I even go into that, let me say that the UI of Bricks, this back end is fast. It's one of the fastest UI UX combos that they have out there. It's very impressive. It loads fast. It's responsive. You don't have any issues with it. I mean, it is fast. You click on stuff and it goes straight to what you're going to. I love the way that this was designed. It's done very well. I love the way it does mobile. It's one of the few builders that actually even has this mobile landscape that's there. Most of them include computer, tablet, mobile. They don't include this. This is very interesting. This is a different setup than this. I like the fact that Bricks included that. But this is a fast builder. Super fast builder. So let's just get that out the way. I really love the way this works. It also gives you the option for, I think, a light and dark builder or something like that. Like there's like a light or dark. You can choose either or. And on top of that, this actually can go smaller or skinnier. And I think at some point it can even be pulled out if you want to. So you can pull it out. I don't exactly know how. I haven't played with it enough to pull it out. But I love the fact that you can take this apart like this. This is really, really useful for just organizing everything. If there's something that you're not going to use, socials, you can obviously collapse it, which is very good. I think that that's cool, the way that these are all divided. I'm impressed. Just for a 0.1 builder, meaning basically a brand new builder, it's an impressive layout. I would expect this to be a lot clunkier, and it's just not. It's done very, very well, and I enjoy the fact that it's actually done this way. So let's take a look at some of the inside of Bricks and what I think about this. So like I said, there's other YouTubers who have covered this, so I'm not going to go in too deep into this, but let's throw some things on a page. Let's use some of their templates first. So the template section is, I mean, for a starting, it's actually got more. I wonder if they added templates, because I do not remember seeing some of these templates. They must have added templates, because I was going to say a while back it didn't have as many templates as they currently have. This is much better than I thought. I'm pretty sure maybe I just wasn't looking at it right. Maybe I didn't see it. But let's go ahead and add this, like this header basic. Let's look at this. So this is a basic header, as you can see. And it's got the logo right here. It's got your menu, and then it's got a search icon. So right off the bat, one of the things that I ran into an issue with, and it's more of my fault, not another person's fault, but I believe in making things as simple as possible, was in the structure pane. When you go to click on something with the structure, you don't actually click. You actually just hover over it, and then all these options pop up. This is more of an annoyance, but it took me a second, because those three little dots always have meant to me, click it. And I'd go to click it, and then it would go straight to that. And I was like, oh my God, why is it doing that? So it started doing that because of, what was going on, but it's just the way he does it. So you scroll over, and then you get the option for seeing how this is set up. And then it also gives you a breakdown of how this is all structured. So for instance, if I wanted to move the logo, I would move it here, and now the logo's in the middle, menu here and here. So far so good. We're doing pretty good with this. I mean, this seems very much like a typical page builder experience. There's some nuances to it. I love the fact that you can hover over stuff. I wish that this would fall a little bit below whatever you were hovering over, so that it wasn't impeding your view of whatever you're looking at. But overall, not a big deal. I don't find that I had the issue that Elementor had a long time ago, where when an object is too close to the edge, you can't click on this. As a matter of fact, you can click on it, and you can have almost no issues clicking on it. It's very, very easy. So I've enjoyed the fact that that works that way. There's also this preview mode, which I think is cool, where basically it'll move everything off the screen so you can kind of preview. And normally, if we had all of this set up, you would be looking at the Bricks website itself and kind of previewing it. And then with one click, you can go back to the builder, or you can go to the front end. I also like the fact that you don't have to. So other builders, there's a couple of other builders that are out there. When you drop, let's say, this on the screen, let me see if I can get it to work. So this is a column. Let's add another section. So we can drag and drop an element here. I like the fact that you can just drag and drop, and other builders do this too, but there are some builders that when you're doing this, they sometimes have an issue with the drag and drop interface. This seems to handle it pretty well. It's very easy to navigate. Like I was saying before, it's easy to figure out what is in what, because it kind of highlights these in these colors. I really like the fact that each one has its own color, and you know exactly when you're over something or something else. You know exactly where you're coming from. So that's very cool. It also has this unique section with shape dividers, transforms. It has a bunch of the stuff that you would get from most other page builders, which is also very good, because I don't feel like this page builder is playing catch up currently. I think they're doing a good job, and I'm very happy with the fact that they've included things like gradients, shape dividers, transforms, box shadows. All of that's already included. And so for someone who's just starting out and just wanting a page builder to build maybe a relatively simple page, or even something more complex than what you're maybe used to, this has got all the functions in it. It's got all the CSS stuff that you can include. It's not like some other page builders that when their 1.0 first came out, you didn't have certain things included. This has got a lot of it. I also like the fact that during some of the text elements, so for instance, if we go into the content, you could go into style, and there's a way, let's go in here, typography. You'll see that the typography has a lot of different stuff. I especially like the fact that he included text decoration and text transform, something that was missing from other page builders that, once again, I'm not going to mention any names, but they know who they are. They were missing some of these options, and this is a very big thing. People need these type of options. You also got line height, line spacing, and all of the regular stuff. So so far we're doing good. This is good. This is really good. I'm feeling good about this page builder. Then something happened that brought it to the next level for me. And I'm not sure that this is the way it works, so please take this with a grain of salt. In the templates section, you have this ability to save a template and then import a template. Now, as I understand this right, we can export our templates and let other people use them. I've been asking so many page builders to do this, and there's always an issue that comes in where they say, oh, we can't do it, we're trying to think about it, how we'd like to do it. Divi's had it for ages, and it works really well. It allows you to create a community. As a matter of fact, that's why I think Divi's community is so strong. It's because it allows you to create a community where people are literally going to share their content and their work with other people. I'm going to do it. I'm going to be sharing templates with people because this allows you to actually share templates with them. And the template system is not horrible. So I can take and I can go in here, I can save as a template, I can name it, I can just call it my template. And then you could set a template type. I love this fact. We can set it as content and then a template bundle. And then you could save as a new template. And then if you go into my templates, here's my template. Awesome. Amazing. The fact that you can build out a template and then you can go as far as sharing it, it's just excellent. And he's using the same thing that they use for Divi, which is the JSON file, which I recommended once again for other page builders. He's got it included from the start. Let me tell you something about that. That is a huge game changer. Even if you do not realize it yet, it's a huge game changer. Having the ability to move your templates around and not necessarily have to have them forced to be on a site live, where you could just move them from website to website, that's a huge time saver because you can literally build out a set of templates for yourself, save them, and then use them on other people's websites however you want to. Like, let's take, for instance, the designer motif, which most people are here for. So if you're a designer, you can take and you can build your own set of templates with bricks today. You can take that template and you can use it wherever you want to. You can build like literally wireframes so that you can build websites quicker for your clients. This is how it's supposed to work. And I don't know why so many other page builders get this wrong. I just don't. So I don't get it. It's one of those things that's always eluded me and I've never understood it. But I'm really, really enjoying the way that this is working. I'm enjoying the way that it's working itself in. It has a lot of the stuff that you would already want. It even goes as far as including stuff like dynamic content, post title, ID, time, all of that. You can have all of that. So it's got dynamic content included before it ever came out on 1.1. I'm just impressed. I'm impressed. It's got a lot of the things that you need today to go out and build a website, but not just a website, a lean and fast website. Not a website that's going to slow down anybody, not anything like that. It also integrates with Gutenberg blocks, which means if for some reason you have a block in here that maybe you don't have that's in this list of blocks, you could use Gutenberg to integrate with it. But I'm going to tell you right now, from what I've seen, short of maybe a few things that I could think of off the top of my head that I thought that would be nice to have, like maybe, some tables or something like that, because although they do have pricing tables, but, some tables and things like that, this has got pretty much everything you need to build a clean website. It doesn't have pop-ups, so I haven't seen anything about having pop-ups on the page. And I'm not even sure if that's down the road. I haven't seen anything listed to my knowledge if they're going to have pop-ups or not. I know that at some point they were thinking about it, or it's probably going to be one of those things that enough people get together and they say, hey, we want pop-ups, and they're going to do pop-ups. So it would be nice to get some pop-ups and stuff like that. I know they're thinking about the mega menu, which I feel like would have some of the pop-ups, only because in order to get the mega menu set up, you would have to have pop-ups some way, somehow. So I feel like, they're going to end up having pop-ups at some point. Just don't know what it's going to look like, but they're going to have pop-ups. It's probably going to be coming later on down the road. I really like the way that he did this this section. I don't know why these images. It's probably because it's on a local host. You can chalk this up to a bug. That's probably why that's happening. This is running on local, and so technically speaking, it's not on a regular host. It's not just going to go download it, but that's probably just a bug with localhost. They're still working out the kinks. So, one of the things that I really enjoyed was that Thomas came out a while back and he basically said, welcome to version 1.0 of this builder. I know some of you wanted this builder to be like a more experienced builder, and it's just not. It's not there yet. And I really enjoyed the honesty behind that and the fact that he went out of his way to basically say, look, we're not there yet. Come back in a little while and we'll see where we are. And I thought that was excellent. But just based upon what I'm seeing, I like what I'm seeing. The fact that you can go in here and you can edit everything and it's ready to go, and it just looks really, really good. I like the way that all of this is happening. There's some bugs here and there that the community is finding, but for the most part, they're being squashed and it's being updated and it's being worked on. So, I mean, you've got revisions in here, you've got pages in here, so you could move from one page to another. That's cool. Now, I had actually even wanted something like this. I would like to see headers and footers. I don't know if headers and footers are included in this. I think it's just pages and posts. So it's just these two right now. I'd like to see templates included in this so that I can move from headers, footers, pages. And if I could do it all in one, then that would be even more of a benefit to me, because then I'm not moving from a post to a page to whatever. I can stay all within the builder, and that's definitely something I'm looking for. So with that said, let's go to my final word of what I think about this builder. So, what do I think about bricks? If you haven't already guessed by now, just from the speed, the price, and everything else, it's kind of a must-buy if you're in the mood for a page builder that is brand new, that's offering more speed, better options, but you're also going to take and wait a little bit longer because it doesn't have some of those integrations. It's got bugs to work out. It's got stuff to, get done with it. But I think, honestly, if I'm looking at the whole picture of bricks, not just one little subset, which is version 1.0, it's got a really good future ahead of it. I mean, this could be the next page builder to take on all the rest of the page builders. And it also might be the page builder that starts forcing some of these page builders to start looking at their speeds, because if it can achieve these kind of speeds, they can too. It's just a matter that whatever Bricks is doing, it's doing it right and it's doing it well. It's $100 less than most other page builders that are out there. I don't have an affiliate link for it. They don't have an affiliate program set up. But I definitely think you should buy it today if you're going to take and get into page building. This would be a no-brain option at this point. What it's offering, the speed, the 1,000 licenses for, basically $150, it doesn't make any sense. It's such a good deal that I'm kind of even confused as to how they did it. I've given them some ideas on how they could even sugarcoat the deal. I don't know if they're going to take that up. I doubt they would, but I mean, I put in my 2 cents just to separate the pricing and make it look a little bit better. but it's already a good deal to begin with. It's already very good. This version 1.0 is maybe not, I would call, production ready per se. You could build some smaller sites. I wouldn't build a bigger site with it. And obviously it doesn't have the WooCommerce, but we know the WooCommerce is coming a little bit later. But for right now, it's really good for building some very, small to medium sized websites. I think it would be very good. And I think this speed test, like I said before, speaks for itself. So hopefully you got some value out of this video, and you're going to take a look at Bricks, because I definitely think it's worth it. I'm impressed by the founders' honesty and everything that's going on, and I can't wait to see what happens in the future for them. If you like this video, go ahead and hit subscribe down below, and I will see you guys next time.